Warning, warning. Two idiots are summoning a ghost over the intercoms. Please cover your ears and await further instruction.
Hello and welcome back to Discovering SCP. It's me, Tanhony. We're recording this earlier than ever before, but that's because we're going to be bringing someone in who's later than ever before.
It's a little bit early on my end, so if my voice sounds off, that's why. But it doesn't matter. As my lovely friend Tanhony has mentioned, we're performing...
I'm so sorry. I just realized my dog is still locked in my room. I just gotta open my door so he's not locked in here and he's gonna bark at me at any second.
Holy shit, the ghost came before we finished the summoning!
What was that noise? Did you hear that?
I think it was the ghost.
Oh my god.
I kind of don't even want to redo the recording. It's just like so casual. Out of nowhere.
I've got goosebumps all over my body. There's something
I
here.
can't believe this.
I felt a cold spot.
He has a ghost dog.
My dog died with me.
Oh.
That's a good question. But we got to have something to go before we actually start a conversation. Ooh.
Yeah.
Come forth. I brought you Darnell as a sacrifice.
Hey, what's
Wait, what?
up? He's crunchy.
Oh my god.
He's
the voice
a
coming out of
monkey.
Darnell's mouth.
Stop
No.
nibbling on my
No.
fingers. Anyway,
What is
Ghost,
your
is there
name,
any way we can
spirits?
appease you by not sacrificing me? Perhaps by reading some SCPs of choice?
This shall be a requisite trade.
Awesome.
I am a ghost.
I
So
say,
evil.
I glare at Tanhony angrily for sacrificing me.
Yeah, it was necessary for my plans. So really
You know
should
what?
apologize.
Completely fair. You're right. That was my fault.
Exactly. Apologize to me.
How many articles... I'm sorry. How many articles
okay.
did you bring us for a backup sacrifice?
1, 2, 3. But we're going so quickly. We've not had nearly enough filler.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's do more filler. So, Tstaffor, tell us a little bit about yourself in your own YouTube channel.
Well, I have a YouTube channel where I'm a Nemet, which I don't think you've ever read any SCPs that feature Nemets, but they're, well, I won't say because you gotta discover them.
Not even I know.
But yeah, I do SCP readings. I also plan to do more stuff than just like straight readings of stuff, like going over like my top 10 SCPs and stuff like that. But I mean, the main thing I do is write for the Foundation.
Nice.
Right. That's cool, that's cool. You won't be mad at us if we make parody videos of top 10s, right?
No, I love those. Or
Okay,
whatever
cool,
the
because
parody
I got a
videos
vision
you've done
from the Lord the other day in SCPD that was what the next shitpost video had to be, is making fun of top 10 lists.
If we've already done one, though.
We did?
Top 10 badass
Oh, yeah, with
bubble
Bobble.
Yeah, the Bobble quotes or whatever.
Yeah, we have to do another one, though. Smile.
Okay.
I saw it. It was a vision of the Lord. It wasn't actually. It was someone on SCPD gave me the idea. I thought it would be funny.
I like how you have to clarify that now, because you've got to be very careful after Milk Jesus.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. Oh, man. I was working on an SCP myself, but I've just been so busy. It's kind of like not been happening. But, Tstaffor, you mentioned you were an NMAT, and I know that's a thing you can't tell us, but what else
Was it
do you
Enigma?
want to share?
Well, sorry, what did you ask? I just heard NMAT and then I got freaked out because I was like, what is that? And then I realized she
What
meant
were you saying? I
Nemet.
thought you said NMAT.
Nemet.
Hunumat.
Can someone spell it out for me? I'm losing my mind.
Nmette.
Nemet. Net.
The Mets. No, I love the Mets.
I love the Met. Have you seen that one? I'm like, never mind. I'll find it later.
Okay, but that's too much filler.
Yeah, sorry.
I can't believe
No,
you're
I
not
saw a
reading an
meme the other
SCP.
day.
I was told I was coming here for reading an SCP.
Yeah. Well,
You fool.
we'll read that. Okay, pull up the article.
I pulled the article down.
Prompt
Everything
pull
you've
lever.
said is part of the article.
Yeah. This is part of the lore, is me just waking up and not knowing how to talk yet.
Well,
Okay.
we'll be starting with an SCP called SCP-5846, the One-Stop Shop by, of course, Tstaffor.
Wow, it's one of my own.
Yeah.
5846. Fascinating. Alright. Oh wow, this one's got a lot of like little itsy bitsy parts in it.
You like spaghetti?
Yeah, like I don't know if that's how spaghetti works.
You've never had spaghetti. You gotta dice up those little noodle things.
Yeah.
Bite-sized.
You cut them up into like even smaller little bits.
Then just take a spoon out and start scooping.
I think you just invented SpaghettiOs a second time.
Yeah.
No, this is worse.
This is worse because they're squares.
Yeah. But let's get into it.
Perfect.
Item
go for
number
it.
SCP-5846, Level 2 Restricted. Containment Class Sapphire. Destruction Class Clam. Risk Class Warning. Special Containment Procedures. Site 58 has been built around the what? Tstaffor.
Rhodes.
Rhodes Plaza Strip Mall in St. Cloud, Florida. As of
Which also,
31/10/20...
I just want to mention Rhodes Plaza Mall is a card from one of my favorite card games, which is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I intended it to be.
I have to look it up now. Rhodes Plaza Mall. What card game is that?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's RHOADES. Rhodes.
Rhodes.
It's from
it's from
Super Fight.
Smash Up. Oh
No, Smash Up. Yeah, no. I forgot the name
Smash
of the.
Bros.
I've actually played Smash Up. Have you ever played Smash Up, Tian?
No.
So there's like a bunch of different archetypes, right? Like aliens or like dinosaurs or whatever, or pirates, and you pick two and you like mash up a deck and like fight people.
The Rhodes Plaza Mall is one of like the bases of the zombies.
So, like, do you fight with the cards or just like a brawl?
Yeah, it's like you beat the shit out of each other. The cards aren't even important.
You just like throw cards at each other.
Well, I mean, that's what it devolves into when you lose. No, but
I mean, evolves.
oh man, evolves. Continue, please, Tan.
As of 31/10/21, no possessive names be included in the store name on SCP-5846-1. All further experimentation of the SCP has been recorded in Experimental Log 5846.
Alright, so this is a very short special containment procedures, but my guess, based on the redacted lore, is that it has something to do with zombies, but it could just be a reference. But that's all I got.
Let's find out. Description. SCP-5846 is an empty storefront located in the Rhodes Plaza Strip Mall in St. Cloud, Florida. -1 is a marquee with the words, "By the Better Business Brothers" on its base and a set of marquee letters. When the letters are arranged inside the marquee to spell out the name of a business, the SCP will enter its active phase, morphing into a store related to the name spelled on -1, hereafter referred to as a -2 instance. 3 to 7 days after the activation of the SCP, it will revert to its inactive state. I was so excited to get to the footnote, I launched my mouse there.
You gotta read those. You gotta get to them.
Any personnel inside the -2 instance during this event are considered lost. That's what happens.
Oh, did it end up on like a desert island?
Yeah.
That's my quirky 2004 Lost series reference.
This guy's Jeff Bezos for sure. -2 instances vary in size. The smallest recorded instance was a 5x5x5 room. The largest instance could not be measured. Style and anomalous properties. Employees inside -2 instances utilize anomalous tools, abilities, and phenomena to perform their jobs. Interesting. So when we say size,
okay,
is that like the outer size as well, or is it like...
The outer size never
of the
changes.
TARDIS?
It's always that same storefront in that picture.
Right.
Just the inside is always
Some
different.
Doctor Who shit going on.
So like if you change the words to like McDonald's, it becomes a McDonald's.
Because
Well,
of McDonald's for copyright reasons.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to make sure I understand what it does.
Also,
I'm
a
not trying
quick
to spoil
shout out
myself.
to that experiment log, which is a collaborative log. Someone in that has written one if you put Burger King on the sign, which I really enjoy.
Nice. Okay, so that is kind of what happens. Is it changes based on what you write on it.
Yeah.
Continue, Tanhoney.
Addendum 5846-1, Discovery Log. The SCP was discovered on 1/9/21 after reports of people appearing frozen in time in front of a store. The demanifestation of -2-1 was observed, and research site 58 was built around it over the course of the following month. Addendum 5846-2, Experiment Log. Some tests have been removed for brevity. For a full log of tests, please see, as Tstaffor shouted out, experiment log 5846. But we're here for what's in the actual article itself here.
Right.
Now, why don't you take it from here?
Allow me!
Did you just crack
Instance
your
number...
Yeah! That sounded painful.
You gotta get those fingers nimble for scrolling down pages.
I always crack my fingers.
I can dodge all the words.
Instance number... Oh god, I'm dying. Instance number SCP-5...
How do you spell that?
Dying? D-Y-I-N-G. Instance number SCP-5846... I'm gonna kill you. SCP-5846-2-1. This is what it feels like when you're the one reading, I imagine. I feel terrible. Date of manifestation 16/8/21. Name on SCP-1, Super Quick Mart. Notable anomalous properties. Time inside SCP-5846-2-1 passed twice as fast as normal. Anyone leaving... Okay, I'm getting confused. Why is it -2 and -1? I'm a little lost.
Because -2 is the
first
instances of the store, and then the second number is like which in the like ones they've encountered, which store it is. You can just say the second number.
Like individual manifestations, yeah.
Gotcha. Was anyone leaving was frozen in place for half as long as they were inside. Oh, so at least it's not like permanent death. That's good. I'm wondering why they were considered to be locked. Well, these guys were in front of the store, not in the room.
Yeah, so if you're in it when it goes away, you're fucked.
Yeah, because it goes away within 3 to 7 days. So if you're in there when that happens, you're gone.
You're going.
What happens if you resummon the same store, though? Could you bring them back, Smile?
I should add to the experiment log them like trying the same name like twice, and what happens then.
Instance number 5846-2-2. Date of experiment 16/9/21. So this is like exactly 1 month later, right? I'm making sure I understand the date format.
No, I'm doing day, month, year. So this is like the next day.
But it's still 16. Wait, it's 9.
I'm doing day, month, year. No, it is.
Yeah, so it's exactly 1 month from the last one. Okay,
it is.
You're good. Name on 5846-1, Susan's Selections Grocery Store. Notable anomalous properties. All employees had 2-meter-long arms with a total of 5 elbow joints. All items for sale were levitating 3.2 meters off the ground. A sign reading, "Need anything? Just ask. You choose your items, and we get them for you," was at the entrance to SCP-5846-2-2. Any attempt to retrieve an item by Foundation agents was met with active hostility and being escorted out by employees. Agent Sailor discovered the only way to obtain an item without being asked to leave was to ask an employee to retrieve it for you. I wonder, do you have a manifestation of this involving IKEA for, like, the
I was going to mention IKEA as well, yeah.
I gotta say, one of the reasons I've added an experiment log for this is because I found it's like very versatile for like new and creative things to put in. So those are some great extra things to add.
So can you tell me a little bit about what like the whole adding an experiment log process works? Because from what I understand, it's like a way that a bunch of people can add like little things to an article, but like how exactly is that formatted? Is it its own page? Is it like a thing on the page?
It's a separate like page that people will like vote on completely like separately. And people do, because some people dislike experiment logs but like their like main SCP. But anyway, and then like anyone can actually add new ones. When I created the page, I created like 3 extra instances as like examples, and then also at the top of the page I have like the format that you can copy and paste that'll put the like instance number, date of experiment, name on -1, notable anomalous properties things. And then also like a little extra thing for people to put like the researcher that did it, just so that they can kind of put their own like personal signature on their piece. But then just it's a big list. It's like, I think you guys have read a bit of the like 6821.
I remember that. Or at least we did for the machine one as well.
Yeah,
the Dr. Gear's machine.
That's like the bigger one. But a lot of, or not a lot, but like some newer ones still also have new experiment logs too.
Oh, nice. Alright, and then there's a note. Due to his expertise in solving how to interact with -2-2, Agent Sailor has been assigned as head explorer of future -2 instances. Instance number 5846-2-3. Date of experiment, the 24th of September, 2021. Name on the SCP, Begging for Bagels. Notable anomalous properties. All bagels present inside -2-3 were sentient and capable of slight locomotion. When Agent Sailor ordered a bagel, the cashier proceeded to coax the bagel into the bag. Quote, "Come on, bagel. Come here, boy. Get in the bag. Get on in there."
They scream when you eat it.
Agent Sailor. For 3 hours following consumption of the bagel ordered from -2-3, Agent Sailor reported a churning in his stomach. Why on earth did he eat it? Why?
It's
I don't feel like that's protocol.
Research.
Eat the bagel.
That's fucked up.
No!
I'll pass it back off to you, Tin Honey, for a little bit.
Absolutely. Instance number, -2-4. Date of experiment, 29/09/21. The name was Getagotti. A creative respelling of the word fish, used to illustrate irregularities in English spelling and pronunciation.
Wait, what?
If you use the GH from tough, the O from women, and the TI from any, like, shun, then you get fish, saying that.
Notable anomalous properties. After purchasing a fish, Agent Sailor experienced an inability to shave the facial area around his mouth. The facial area.
No.
Once the fish
Gus
expires,
goatee.
Agent Sailor's facial hair could be cut again.
Do you get it? Because it also spells goatee, kind of. Big brain.
Instance number, -2-6. Date of experiment, 11.
What happened to -5?
You don't need to know about that incident. -10/21. Name on -1. Pirate Pete's Pirate Eats. Noble anomalous properties. All employees were incorporeal humanoids dressed in pirate garb. After ordering the Scallywag Scallops and Cannonball Cocktail, Agent Sailor requested a takeout container to bring the food back to Site 58 for testing. All entities within -2-6 immediately gathered around Agent Sailor and aggressively escorted him out of -2-6.
Damn.
Name. Agent Sailor requested to select the name on -1 for the following experiment, which was granted. And why don't we now go to Tstaffor for this next one?
Alrighty. Instance number, -2-7. Date of experiment, 17/10/21. Name on -1, Planetary Putt-Putt Minigolf. Notable anomalous properties. During Agent Harris, Agent Sailor, and Agent Solomon's playthrough of the course, floating glowing disc power-ups appeared throughout each hole. When an agent hit their ball through a disc, one of 3 effects manifested, and a disembodied baritone male voice shouted the power-up's name. Multi-ball power-up. The golf ball splits into 2 balls, half the size of the original ball. If a 5th multi-ball power-up is triggered by the same ball, the ball disappears and a new ball appears at the start of the course. Speed up!
This kind of reminds me of that, like, power-up you would get in, what is it, Gradius? That, like, gives you the multi-shot?
Yeah, just, like, filling the entire screen if you get even, like, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Speed up power-up. For the rest of the hole, no matter the power put into the swing, the golf ball will start out rolling at 13 meters per second.
No.
Free retry power-up. After hitting this disc at any time after their shot, the player may shout "Activate Retry," which causes their ball to disappear and reappear where they took their last shot. That one, I just have to say,
on this golf course.
Yeah, this one is like kind of the one I made that I'd really love to go to. I just love that free retry idea for like real life, just like saying free retry, just getting back to the start of the course.
Yeah, I would use that. I would use that in my daily life for anything, really.
Okay, instance number -2-9. Date of experiment 24/10/21. Name on -1, just pass sun through suntanning salon. Notable anomalous properties. Upon entering -2-9, the employees at the front desk instructed Agent Sailor to sit in the waiting room. Over the course of an hour in the waiting room, Agent Sailor's skin tanned to the equivalent of 2 to 3 weeks worth of tans at a tanning bed. Agent Sailor stated
That's a lot of tan honies.
Yeah, so many tan honies. They just piled on top of him. Agent Sailor stated he was excited to get a great beach bod just in time for fall.
Me too. I'm glad to have your beach bod for my purposes.
Instance number -2-11. Date of experiment, the 31st of October, 2021. Name on -1, Harry's Halloween Costume Emporium. Notable anomalous properties. During Agent Sailor's first sweep of -2-11, no anomalous activity was reported. Seeing no employees in -2-11, Agent Sailor attempted to retrieve a costume to check it for anomalous properties. When Agent Sailor touched a costume, all costumes inside the store became animate and assaulted Agent Sailor. By the time rescue efforts cleared -2-11, Agent Sailor had died.
Oh, I was about to say before this one popped up, like, wow, he's got a pretty easy anomaly to deal with. He's just kind of like chilling all the time, but that's sad.
Can I pass it off to you, Tanhoney?
Absolutely. Note, the following instance was not caused by interaction with -1. Instead, it manifested immediately after the demanifestation of -2-11. The following note was found taped to the door upon manifestation. We're sorry to hear about your colleague's passing. As a reminder, the owner's manual clearly states to never include a possessive name in a business's title. We thought you might need this. The Better Business Brothers. Instance, I don't know what the fuck that accent was, but instance number -2-12, date of manifestation 14/11/21. Name on -1, Forget Me Not Funeral Home. Noble anomalous properties. Agent Sailor's funeral was scheduled to take place in an anomalous funeral home at the same time as -12's manifestation. During -12's service, many family members and friends of Agent Sailor manifested in the funeral hall. Records of all attending persons showed them to be at the anomalous service at the same time. Interactions differed in both services, with the humanoids inside -2-12 giving more in-depth eulogies and appearing more emotional throughout the service.
That last line feels a little bit like too on the nose for me personally, but I'm very interested to see where that angle of things goes, where it can like be a deeper reality than the reality.
Nice.
And then I see what's the Semite also like at the bottom?
So that's the thing I've stolen from. I think it was an actual Crow's SCPs that I first saw it in, but I really enjoy that. I think it's a lot a funner way to kind of look around the wiki than with the like just going from exact number to exact number. I just when writing SCPs, I kind of think about what SCPs I've read kind of have a similar vibe to this one, and then if you click it, it's like a little list of other SCPs that kind of have a similar style.
That's actually pretty cool. I also see you did like you have this really cool link at the top by the rating module that like links to your stuff. I think more authors should do that. Honestly, it makes the name more visible and makes it easier to find more of their things. It's pretty cool.
Also, you can't tell because I'm such a good author, and this has been perfectly upvoted. But also, the like little green bar is actually a percentage bar. So if there's some downvotes, it'll have like a percentage of it red and a percentage green.
Whoa! How'd you make that?
It's just like a little like wiki thing you can put in that links to like a component page or whatever. It's pretty awesome.
I would have loved to have that bar on 6542. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, just like going back and forth.
Tug of war. Just like Squid Game.
One moment, I'm trying to... Just like Squid Game. I'm trying to log in so I can give it an upvote. I'm going to give this one like an 8 out of 10. I liked it. I thought it was cute. It kind of... I don't want to say it reminded me of Series 1 because it didn't, but it kind of gave me like... I don't want to say simpler either. I'm not trying to like oversimplify this or say anything that comes across the wrong way. Forgive me, my words kind of fail me in the morning. But I just like that, you know, we've read so many complicated SCPs lately that it's really nice to have one where it's like input-output while still having a little bit of like creativity and fun with it. That's like not too hard to follow along.
Also, just to shout
nice
out...
breath of fresh air.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying it was a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Who are you shouting out?
To shout out the two that I actually linked and that you might also like, the Do Not Eat or Inspire and Singe Sealed Delivered I'm Yours. Both of those were pretty big inspirations for writing this one.
And for viewers at home, those are 2941 and 3505 respectively. Alright, so what is the next one you have locked and loaded for us, Mr. Tanhoney?
Of course, you realise I had no one locked and loaded, as to be expected from Darnell.
Cocking the gun.
So, we just read 5846. The next one we have here is 5847.
5847.
I take it back, actually. That WikiWalk just going through numbers is really great. You should always do it. Yeah, it's just really good.
Oh, this one, I see the red on this one. Ooh. Oh, shit.
Controversial.
Controversy?
It's a controversial one.
This is called
It's very
The
interesting
Foods
to me.
Court by Tstaffor. Wait, hold on a second, I just noticed something.
This output module would allow me to judge articles in real time.
I can see I don't need to read this one. People did not like it.
Now I can give the most popular opinion.
So I know which way to vote already.
That's my only worry with them, is it would encourage people like that, but I honestly think it's a really cool concept that you put in. You have a lot of like nice little touches on your page that I like. Very cool
like
stuff.
make a rating module, like you click the downvote, it like does a screamer.
Gives them a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's my author's revenge smile.
This is my attack, an author's delight.
You click the downvote, it turns into an upvote.
They're swapped around.
Yeah, it's like a trick candle.
It's like, no, it's only a plus on the rating module, you have to find the minus if you want to downvote.
Yeah, it's like on a whole other part of the page, like way smaller as a button.
Just like in another part of the thing, it's like the cross on a T. And that's the specific one.
So you found it.
Oh,
if you find it, you've earned the right to downvote. But let's get into it. This is the food score table, so let's get into it. Item number 5847, level 2 restricted, containing class Tstaffor, destruction class Drac, risk class Warning. Special containment procedures. The Rhodes Plaza Mall has been bought and repurposed into Site 86.
So I have to question. One,
great.
because this isn't...
Wait, I used that twice.
I was about to
What?
say, one, because it wasn't redacted this time, and another because it was sequential. Is this like...
It was also in Florida last time.
No, the other time it was like in Florida, and this is Australia. I just messed up putting it twice because I love Smash Up so much.
This is an anomaly with Rhodes Plaza Mall spreading out all over the world.
My brain went somewhere else. I thought, based on the sequential numbers and the reuse, that it was like a chronological series, where like each article is
just a
like
complete
further along
failure.
than the last. You're not a failure. No one noticed, clearly. I mean, you have more upvotes than the
How
last
could they
one.
have noticed? It was redacted last time.
Yeah. The only people who watch this video will know you're a hack. Otherwise, you're good.
I could see about editing that out if you reimburse me.
How's about a couple of Benjamins?
You got a lot of upvotes there. You got some to spare for your friend Tanity.
You're not a hack, by the way. That was a playful jab. It's just in case.
I'm not a hack. The other one's redacted. Actually, that one was
exactly.
Schmagoo Plaza.
Schmagoo Plaza Mall. You know what? That makes sense. Out. Yeah.
A pair of guards are stationed at each entrance. No food has been to be brought inside SCP-5847. Description. Well, actually, Dana, what do you think? What do you think of this so far?
Well, I'm guessing because it's a mall and there's no food, and based on the picture really gives away. I'm going to guess it's like a food court.
The title is
you sold puzzle.
Oh, well, in my defense, I actually already forgot the title, so I still
said it
feel
twice.
Dude, you have to understand my brain.
I anticipated that and said it again.
I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
So
I thought we were Ganbu, and here you are. Taking my marbles.
Well, once again, it's becoming a Squid Game podcast.
Yeah, sorry, we have to change it before this just becomes Squid Game again. We have to divert the path.
Hey guys, I'm really cool, so I just wanted to say the Squid Game seems a lot like Danganronpa.
Wow,
right?
just like the hit tweet,
right, guys?
Just like Hunger Games.
God, Tstaffor. That tweet came out, and then everyone who wanted to sound smart was like saying that without having ever watched Squid Game. Like, it kind of gives me a Danganronpa vibe.
Imagine if it was fucking Danganronpa. There's like 100 people in like a class trial.
Guy who's only seen Danganronpa, seeing his second piece of media ever. This is giving me some real
how long the show would take
vibes.
if it was like Danganronpa though, because there's like 456 people.
And they have to give each one like a trial and a court case.
It's like spinning around this massive circle of people in a court. No one can hear each other fucking speak because we're all talking over each other.
I would watch a Danganronpa-esque show if it wasn't Danganronpa, because I hate Danganronpa.
This guy.
But
We've
I
gone
would watch,
beyond
like,
Squid Game
people.
podcasts. It's Danganronpa Crit podcast.
Yeah, sorry, there's an article here. Continue. I'm willing it.
The connection is so loose. The word court, mainly. Description.
Ace Attorney!
SCP-5847 is the food court of the Rhodes Plaza Mall in Newcastle, Australia. It has two main anomalous effects. The first is that whenever a subject consumes food inside SCP-5847, it will morph into -1, a courtroom. Oh no. -1 is fully populated by -2, which are sapient animate food resembling their non-anomalous counterparts in appearance, but with the ability to anomalously perceive, vocalize, and locomote. We've got a footnote here. Research into how -2 are able to do so is ongoing. They just do it. It's been hypothesized that recordings from all -2 instances inside...
Yeah, have you ever seen the bagel? It's the same thing.
This is why where the bagel went.
Yeah, the bagel came
It's
from
all
here.
coming together.
See, there is a cinematic universe. The Rhodes Plaza Mall cinematic universe.
It's been hypothesized from recordings that all -2 instances inside -1 are food the subject has eaten throughout their life. Oh, no.
You know what you should do, Tstaffor? You should lean into it and call your mini series "All Roads" or "All Roads Lead to Rhodes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All roads lead to Plaza Mall.
Exactly.
Once inside -1, the subject is transformed into a near facsimile of their previous appearance, but composed of what appears to be thick cake icing. I would not be happy to be teleported to a place where all the food that I've eaten can judge me, because I've eaten some grass as a kid.
Yeah, me too. I used to, how cowboys in movies have the little blade in their mouth or whatever.
The toothpick.
I used to do that.
The blade.
Yeah, but no, like
a
blade of grass.
Fucking
Yeah.
Zero from One Piece.
Like I would just do that as a kid and then accidentally eat bits of the grass.
Oh, it wasn't
all
an
the
accident
time.
for me.
Oh.
I would take a flower and eat it purposefully to absorb its energy.
You just loved England so much you wanted it to be a part of you forever.
That's why I project that field of London we mentioned earlier.
Actually, you know those stories of guy who dug a ditch for 20 years and then made a path to a hospital or something? Yeah, I want an SCP tale about that, but it's a guy who was eating a piece of land, one blade of grass at a time, until he consumed a valley, and then people died
human
because it
lawnmower.
flooded. Yeah. He just keeps eating away at the little piece of land he's on.
Once inside -1, the subject is transformed into a near facsimile of their previous appearance, but composed of what appears to be a thick cake icing. They must then defend the fact that they eat food to a large piece of sugar candy. The only two rulings observed have been that the subject is not guilty and free to go, wherein -1 morphs back into the normal SCP, or that the subject is guilty of crimes against humankind and is sentenced to death, wherein an cucumber will consume the subject whole.
I'm sorry, why does this article have downvotes? This is the best article I've ever read, so...
Oh, just you wait.
The secondary effect of SCP-5847 is a mimetic effect, affecting anyone inside the courtroom, maybe there's a couple of effects there, that causes them to unintentionally replace words they say with the names of foods.
Based?
Transcription of security camera footage from a trial held inside -1. The following was recovered from a security camera set up in the SCP. For readability, the instance's colloquial names have been used in place of SCP-5847-2. -A is referred to as fudge, -B is referred to as bayloaf.
That's pretty good.
-C is referred to as tomaterni. -D is referred to as and E is referred to as
pro-charcuterie.
Yeah. There's a lot of roles here. How are we splitting these up?
Yeah, how do we want to split these? I can be fudge and bayloaf, maybe?
I'd like to be the tomato attorney.
Okay. Dan, do you want to be pro-charcuterie and execucumber?
Absolutely.
All right.
Execucumber doesn't actually have any lines. Do you want to just be the defendant?
Oh. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Wait, defendant wasn't even in the list!
And the pro-charcuterie I'll be as well, and the defendant.
You have to add defendant to your list. And Sunny! Wait, what the fuck? How many names are there in here?
There's two witnesses. Also.
Alright. Here's what's gonna have to happen instead. We're gonna have to do the just switch off every line.
No, this is you're making this harder than it is. We've got it. I'll be pro-charcuterie, defendant, and Sunny.
Gotcha. SCP-5847 is seen morphing into SCP-5847-1. Please baguette to your seat, defendant.
Why do you think you can boss me around, you big loaf?
I'm the yeast of your worries. The bailiff smacks the defendant on his back. So I'll say it again. Sit down.
Fine, but stop doing that. You're starting to get on my nerves. Wait, what?
A Tom attorney sits down beside the defendant.
Don't worry about it. That just kind of happens here. You'll get couscous to it.
Who are you, Vanilla Extractly?
This is a good article.
Oh, right. Nice to meet you. I've been assigned as your public defense arugula lawyer.
All rise for the Honorable Fudge Hershey. Now let us get this underway. Defendant, what is your name?
I am Josh.
Josh, you stand before a jury of your peers, and by that I mean pears you've eaten throughout your life, to defend the fact that you have killed and eaten so many of us before. Let's start with your opening arguments.
I know this is hard to hear, but I promise I only ever ate any of you to stay alive.
The pro-charcuterie gets up from the plaintiff's table.
Today I will convince you that Sorry.
Today I will convince you that Josh not only ate many of us, but ate us with delicious intent.
The jury gasps.
I'd like to call a witness to the stand.
An egg rolls up to the stand.
Hello, Miss Sunny Sideup. You all know Sunny as the hard-boiled cop who keeps our streets safe, but did you know Miss Sideup was brutally attacked and eaten by Josh a while back when, well, I'm gonna let Sunny tell you about it.
My memory of the event might be a little scrambled, it's pretty traumatic. But I'll tell the story as well as I can remember. It was early in the morning when that deviled man kidnapped me and my fellow eggs. We could tell he was carting us off to his murder room. Presumed to be their name for a kitchen. Once we were there, we tried to hash things out with him, but he wouldn't listen. Things started to heat up, literally. He threw us into a pan on top of some bread. That's when I knew I was French toast.
As you can see, Josh didn't just use Miss Sideup for sustenance. Josh, did you kill and eat Sunny with the only intent being penetration, or did you do it to have a good meal?
I'll ask you not to question the defendant at this time.
I would like to call a witness to the stand.
A bean bounces to the stand.
Now, Mr. Bean, how was your experience with Josh?
Let me tell it to you straight. There was nothing mean about Josh.
That's a good Bean voice.
I used to think he happy alive with the fact he killed and ate us. It wasn't until
I'm imagining this coming out of like one of the Killer Bean models.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he opened that can and poured us into a bowl that had some mushroom for all of us. I realised Josh cared about our well-being too. Now, I do not speak for everyone here, but I believe Josh is a good guy. He had been consuming us solely for nutritional value.
Purely for nutritional value. Now that doesn't sound like a man who revels in food's grain for his own Turkish delight. Josh is a man who only eats us for his own survival. Do you need some more convincing? There cantaloupe be any better evidence than that.
One bean's experience does not speak for all foods. I rule in favor of the people. The defendant is a man who revels in causing food grain and a perpetrator of crimes against humankind. Call in the execucumber.
Come on, man, I never realized you're all a chive. I want to call for an appeal.
The defendant starts to get up and try and run, but the bailiff stops him. Hey, remain in your seat.
This isn't fair. It hasn't been from the start. Your Honor, what are you? That's right, fudge. You're way too biased to be a fudge. You're specifically crafted to be a treat for humans. It's not Josh's fault his society has made it so okay to eat us. He should not be blamed for humanity's shortcomings.
This is spaghettiing out of hand. I take my rulings very seriously. You cum in my courtroom and slander my name like this? You're out of line, bailiff. Escort him out.
It's getting more frequent.
The bailiff grabs the Tom attorney and takes it through the back doors. Have fun corroding in prison.
You cannot silence us. This is tyranny.
The execucumber proceeds to consume the defendant. After the defendant has been eaten, the footage abruptly cuts to an empty 5847. It did get a little bit hard to read pun-wise after a while, but I still think this is finally the only good SCP. I've been asking an SCPD a while if there were any good SCPs, and it seems like you finally delivered one to my doorstep. So that is an upvote from me and a 9 out of 10.
With those last couple lines, I just... Wait, the perfect SCP, and you give it -4 from your top. I can't believe this.
Yeah, sorry. Not sorry.
Well, yeah, I did lean in very hard with the last couple lines.
fudge-get about it.
I think by my last count, there's about 62 puns in the article.
Yeah, that's about 22 over regulation, but I'll allow it. Anyway, excuse me. Is there sorry, whoa, Jesus. Is there a third article?
Well, I have a third one here. With 40 minutes in, it's fairly...
I'm just a little confused right now. Because I think I just got a 9 out of 10, but I also just reloaded the page, and I still see it at 58.
I uploaded it. I can send you a screenshot.
Fucked up. This guy, he's a fraud.
Maybe TamHoney downvoted it, so it evened out. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll post. Look, this is what it looks like on my screen.
Oh, that's weird. It's really not loading for me. Anyway, but okay, let's go.
It's fucked up. I think TamHoney downvoted. No, now it's 60 when I refresh it.
Yeah, now it's 60.
I can't believe this. Your Honor, I would like to call a witness to the stand. TamHoney, my longtime co-host and friend.
Donald's
he can prove that
He did a vile action against
you. What the fuck? I'm downvoting every TamHoney article now. I'm downvoting 5,000. Didn't deserve to win the contest. This is fucked up.
Look how big that number is. I guess he must have deserved it.
Anyway, bring in the third article.
So we're once again destroying the rules here. I'm activating fucking Made in Heaven to break through the barrier to get to the Series 7.
Oh I think you'd have to, because literally everything else I've written is in Series 7.
So SCP-6868, and this one is...
Oh, it's a duck!
Bubbly Bobby, the rubber ducky.
Now, I just want to mention, this is a completely Oh, oops. I just remembered, if I turn on my camera, my mic, breaks and records at, way higher volume, so I can't show you. But I've spent $5 on writing SCPs now, because I literally bought this rubber duck for $5.
Super for SCP?
Brilliant. Sorry, but I'm built different. I would have just taken pictures of it in the store, Smile.
I would have stolen it.
Damn! Arrest this man immediately. He's not safe in Britain.
Let's get into it. Item number, SCP-6868, Level 2 Restricted, Containment Class Tstaffor, Restriction Class Shrch, Risk Class Danger. Special Containment Procedures.
I hate that you didn't say even one word correctly.
Disruption Class Eldritch Horror.
I do have to say, though, I honestly like Danger instead of Danger because it kind of fits with anger. It's adding damage to anger, which makes sense.
Special Containment Procedures. SCP-6868 is to be contained in a standard animate object containment unit at Site 228. All handling of SCP-6868 is to be performed while wearing gloves. It is not to be brought near any liquids.
Based on... Alright, this is literally a far shot that I have, no concept... Far Cry. Far Cry 6 that I have no basis for on special containment procedures, but just because of the liquid comment and how it looks, I like to imagine that you put it in water and it turns into a portal to the galaxy or something. It fills with stars and shit.
Alright.
That's what I'm locking in.
Also, I just want to mention, looking back, I'm fairly sure every SCP I've written has 3 sentences of special containment procedures. My foundation is very lax. They're just whatever.
Hey.
Yeah, they're and I mean, I would rather read 3 sentences of containment procedures than 12 sentences of 5 by 5 by 5 cubic meter room with 18 turrets that go off every 30 seconds.
This is I don't know what if it needs to be fed. How am I to know when it should be fed?
Yeah, if there was a nutritional chart of sorts, that would be really helpful for me, personally. That's what I'm used to.
Yeah, that story, you just need to throw a giant hunk of meat in there every once in a while.
In accordance with nutritional chart XXX1, right?
Mm-hmm.
That needs to be put in the end, or else I won't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Description. SCP-6868 is an animate and sentient rubber duck toy, which is 9 by 9.5 by 8 centimeters large. Just like me. On its bottom, a stylized W has been printed in purple.
Oh, is it like Wondertainment?
That's the W, my friend. SCP-6868 is able to maneuver itself slowly with small jumps, just like Mario, played by Chris Pratt.
No, it's like Flappy Bird.
Played by Chris Pratt. Since recovery, SCP-6868 has refused all attempts at communication, hopping away from any personnel attempting to come near it. It's been determined that SCP-6868 has hapaphobia, which is fear of human contact or being touched, just like Death Stranding.
Oh, nice.
That's not a bit, that's actually in Death Stranding. But no one played it here, so...
Oh, yeah, sorry,
my copy of Death Stranding really hates me grabbing it and putting it in the console. Just freaks out.
I only play good games like Snake and Pac-Man, so sorry.
I'll actually kill you. Like, we do a lot of free jokes in this podcast, Arnell, but watch yourself.
I literally have no opinions on Death Stranding because I haven't played it. I'm not the kind of guy who, like, follows the internet hive mind's opinion on shit.
You're on thin ice.
All I said was...
Can you feel my pressure?
That was the one that got him. I can feel his killing intent from across the ocean. Like
its
a
main
dagger.
anomalous property is triggered upon physical contact with any liquid. SCP-6868 is able to transform liquid substances into purified water and pink soap bubbles. The bubbles then form small animate replicas of various types of ships, submarines and airplanes, which then start to fly and sail autonomously. These bubbles are noted to be edible and taste similar to strawberries. Its anomalous property is capable of converting liquid to purified water at a speed of 5 litres per second. This process is automatic, with SCP-6868 seemingly having no control over the effects. Once removed from the liquid, the conversion will immediately stop, and all converted liquids show no further anomalous properties. Addendum 6868-1, Discovery Log. During routine text message surveillance, a series of texts seemingly referring to anomalous objects led to the discovery of SCP-6868 in Klaus Hertz's personal effects. An excerpt of text messages between Klaus Hertz and Otto Kniebel has been included below.
Are there puns here? Because I feel like those names are pun-ish.
They're not.
I'm missing something. Huh. Alright, who's Otto and who's Klaus?
I'll pass that on to you two, it's up to you.
I'd like to be the Otto.
Okay, I'll be Klaus then. Otto!
What's up?
Sorry. Found a box on the side of the road. Remember opening that stuff at the warehouse?
Of course I do. You gonna open it?
It's like two so's.
It sounds like a really bad gay porn. It's just like, brother.
Your turn to die.
Yeah, you know it. Mystery box time. Oh, I hate these stupid scissors. I just cut my finger opening this.
Lol, serves you right for stealing.
Hey, there could be anything in here.
It's probably some dude's mail. You're gonna feel like a horrible person in 3, 2...
What? That's weird. The box is rattling.
Congrats, you just stole someone's pet snake.
Don't think so. There's no air holes. And it's a rubber duck and a note. Yikes. Note. Hearts then sent a photo of a handwritten note, which has been transcribed below.
Got a new prototype from work for you. I'm sorry I haven't been there that much. Hopefully Bobby will keep you company while I'm gone. Heart. Love, Dad.
Oh, no! Entertainment has kids?
Well, maybe it's someone who works for entertainment.
I just want to mention, this isn't from, like, Dr. Wondertainment themselves. This is just, like, from an employee.
Oh.
They're just using the letterhead.
Oh, still sweet.
Anyway. Oh, it's worse. You stole from a child.
Wait!
What?
Thing moves on its own. No batteries either. How?
He's kind of cute.
It's just hopping around on its own. Neat toy.
Send a video.
Look at this. I haven't touched it. Still picture.
Your cat's gonna eat it, lol.
He's fast. Okay, I've cornered him.
The door's locked. Could you let me in? Claus, you coming to the door? Claus?
During the autopsy of Klaus Hertz, all bodily fluids were found to be purified water with a large number of pink soap bubbles found inside Hartz's chest cavity.
Does that mean it, like, speared through him to touch his blood so it could kill him?
He cut his finger earlier getting a knife to open the box.
Oh, yeah! Foreshadowing.
Damn.
Oh, well played.
And that's why the duck doesn't want to kill people, that's why it's hopping away.
I'll give this one a 7 out of 10, but not because, like, I don't think it's good. It's just, like, really short, but I liked it. I gave it an upvote. I thought this was a cute, good article.
People have been saying this is, like, a very Series 1 style. Also, just a quick shout out.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with a Series 1 style article. I'm a fan of them.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Just a quick shout out, too. This is a rewrite of a person named Premo's SCP, which was Bobby the Rubber Ducky. they had posted a couple times, and it got downvoted off, so I rewrote it.
Oh yeah, I remember that was like a meme on SCPD, I think.
Yeah. But I
well,
quite
good
enjoyed
on
the
you
concept,
for rewriting
so.
it. I like it. It's cute. What about you, Tan? Any thoughts?
I like it as well. I like the little twist at the end. And I like how it reconceptualizes what we've known before about it, like not wanting to touch people and stuff.
Do you know what
really
I actually...
like Wondertainment as this like place that's really like legitimately trying to make fun little children's toys, and by like their first description of like it turns stuff into like purified water that's like clean and soap bubbles and like fly around and stuff. But like really,
yeah, we could use this to create delicious drinking water for people. What I would really like to see, interestingly, is like if you put 6868 and like chocolate goldfish in the same tub, which liquid wins? Or if it
Wait, have you
like
guys read Chocolate Goldfish? I didn't realize.
I wrote Chocolate Goldfish.
No. Yeah, he wrote Chocolate Goldfish, but it's come up so many times that I know what it is. I don't think we ever formally read it. But I would love to see them like make a chocolate strawberry mixed drink.
Yeah, that'd be
so powerful. But yeah, I guess with that, it's time for comment readings. But before that, is there anything you want to plug, Tstaffor, while I'm getting that ready?
These articles. Also, go add to the experiment log for 5846.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I read one experiment log from that extended
Absolutely.
experiment log?
Sure.
Let me just open it. This is one of the first example ones I added. It's instance number -2-15. Name on -1, corks, stoppers, and shameless plugs. Notable anomalous properties. Instance was an empty 5x5x5 meter room except for a pile of corks with a piece of paper on top. The paper read as follows, and then it's a link to my author page. Notes. Investigation into how -2-15 obtained this information is ongoing.
That's nice.
Nice. Clever. Cute, even. I appreciate it. So do you want to stick around for the comment readings, or do you want to bounce early, Tstaffor?
I would, especially because of one of the comments.
Oh, alright. So first up from Good Day, we have... This was certainly an SCP. It was kind of like Squid Game if Squid Game was an entirely different show. Red light, green light, be careful or I might accidentally shove you, smile.
That's the class.
Could someone link the episode just so I can find it quickly to read along?
Oh,
yeah. Here it is. Oops. Comedy Man Kelp says, if I were approached to partake in the Squid Game, I would simply reject the offer. You see, $1 billion is mere pocket change to a fine gentleman such as myself.
This is not the fancy British accent. This is like old Bev that you meet on the street.
Wait, they were rewarded with $1 billion
to partake in this. They win like 46.
Isn't that like the same amount as Danganronpa? That's such a crazy coincidence.
No, they win like 46 billion won, which is like 30 million USD. Alright, let me try again, Tan. Let me try a fancy British. If I were approached to partake in the Squid Game, I would simply reject the offer. You see, $1 billion is mere pocket change to a fine gentleman such as myself.
Is that Oliver Twist? You just did Oliver Twist again and again.
Alright, fine, you do a posh accent.
If I were approached to partake in the Squid Game, I would simply reject the offer. You'll see $1 billion is mere pocket change to a fine gentleman such as myself.
That's just Monopoly Man meets anime villain.
Exactly.
That's not a fancy British person.
Well, none of yours were fancy, all yours were street urchins.
If I were approached to partake in the Squid Game...
It's just Oliver Twist.
Step aside, you guys. Neither of you guys are doing this right. Let me just try this really quickly. If I were approached to partake in the Squid Game, I would simply reject the offer. You see, $1 billion is mere pocket change to a fine gentleman such as myself.
That just sounds like Oni Plays.
Posh British. Hey.
That's not British.
It just sounded like an Oni Plays skit.
Let's move ahead. We've got other comments.
Yes. Boris WW says, I'd cast Helena Bonham Carter as the annoying lady if for no other reason to see her reproachfully going, Opa!
That's a good one.
That's a banger comment. Boris, you get my Kid's Choice Award. Insert clever name here says, I will now never watch Squid Game because of this episode. Tanhoney and Tanhoney 2, the squeakquel. Password red light, green light. The fact that you called me Tanhoney 2 means you're dead to me forever. Insert clever name here. Sorry, not sorry. Smiles guy says, password red light, green light.
Just had to get in there. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service indeed. Jim Slater says, sorry you're sick, Tanhoney. Get well soon. Maybe the souls of us audience members you just took will revive you. That or Beecham's.
I'm almost
not
at
sure
full
what
health.
Beecham's is.
I can't help but notice you didn't seize the password, however.
No.
I'll take half your energy in this payment.
He betrayed him as you, take Jim Slater's life. 1737 from Avsbest says, my understanding of Humes is a bit different. There is a baseline of Humes that our reality has. More or less Humes are both bad. A being with more Humes would be more real and thus be able to manipulate the reality around them. There'd be a reality bender. Someone with less Humes would be way less real and would act like a kind of reality sink, draining everything around it of reality. If the Hume level hits 0, or some kind of reality absolute 0, it would be completely non-real, non-existent, and you'd thus arrive at the reality level of pattern screamers. Okay. You didn't say the password, though, so you're dead.
Have you done any pattern screamer? I don't know.
No, all I know about pattern screamers is SCP people don't shut the fuck up about them. I literally don't know what they are.
I just want to take a 20-minute break from the podcast just to tell you all about them.
No.
How cool they are.
No. Enough. I'm tired of it.
We'll read it next episode.
Everyone who says pattern screamer to me before we read one on the podcast gets shot.
That's the new game.
Steve-O-esque says, red light, green light. I had to tell my wife I'm dead as we were listening to this as we drove. She was unimpressed.
I'm sorry.
T-Stat... Oh, hey, do you want to read this one, Tstaffor?
Sure. Hello, myself. Meta. I'll tell you the password later. Wink. It's
What's the password?
Yeah.
We can't do the same one. What's the one for next episode?
No. He was telling the password we gave him last time. He was doing it in person.
Today's password is green light, red light.
No. Actually, yes.
What is it then?
It's green light,
that's
red
fine.
light.
Green light, red light. Yeah, you gotta trip them up sometimes. JTKC says, holy moly, I'm finally caught up with all the episodes! Let's go! Except for that one with the poopy audio.
True fans listen to all the episodes.
No, there are at least 2 episodes where you cannot hear what's going on. I'm still mad about the creepypasta episode. I'm not mad, obviously, it's no one's fault, but I'm still upset that the audio got fucked.
Maybe we'll have a chance to redeem ourselves on that one.
Oh? On COD?
I mean,
so when's Tanhoney Towers being repaired?
You're gonna read more creepypastas then. Come out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
that or holders.
Well, there's no point being cryptic about it. The fact that I've even brought it up means that yes, we are.
Really like Sacrosanct. I'm assuming that's the name of 5001. Def was my second pick after Tan's entry because of the mystery of what's in the super secret God jar. My recommendation would be 5655 since you guys are getting into Series 6 and also because he's a cool and funny lad. By the way, password is red light, green light. My favorite part of Squid Game was when Mr. Squid himself came to the contestants and was like, I would like to play with a squid game, if you will.
Is that Jigsaw?
Have you seen the yellow sign says, well, if you're that into clickbait, I suggest you title the next episode as The Wheel of Time or Spider-Man No Way Home Secrets Revealed. Might get you to 120 million views. Alright, listen, we called it Squid Game because all we did was talk about Squid Game the whole episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't clickbait. Jerkface Baka. It kind of was clickbait a little bit, but that wasn't my intention.
Yeah, it was.
Shut up! It wasn't!
It was my intention.
Wow. He betrayed him. I love how that's all we have to say to each other.
We continue to reference this meme that no one outside the two of us has
seen.
Alright,
Tanhoney in the description, along with Tstaffor's channel, put the He Betrayed Him video so people will finally know. It's a spoiler, though, if you haven't seen. Yeah, it's also a Squid Game spoiler.
Now, just talking about titles, this one's titled, You Had to Name It This, because you had to name it that, because now I've said it, that's what its name was. So there you go.
Okay.
He betrayed him.
And actually, I'm saying this unironically. I actually like your take charge attitude as a guest. We need a little bit more of that on this.
This is
show.
your podcast now.
Yeah, well, no.
Oh, by the way, have I mentioned this yet? I was meaning to mention it at the start, but I just wanted to say your podcast is literally like what inspired me to actually start writing for SCP. So, thank you.
Oh my god, what's that noisy, mate?
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah, just to buff you guys' ego a bit more. I mean, I've been reading the site for like a couple of years, but then your like podcast.
No, honestly, it's been, not to get too personal on channel, but times have been rough. It's kind of nice to hear a compliment like that. I appreciate that. Thank you, and I'm glad that you did start writing because I like your stuff. I like your cut, G.
Thank you.
Adokshij B says, surprised we didn't have any guests on today, but my cold dead heart was warmed by the skip you chose.
Yeah, why are you guys having guests on? You should really have some more guests on. I can't believe this.
We had guests on for like 7 weeks in a row, and then we took 1 week off.
The only
Tstaffor, I didn't
I've
tell
been
you
hearing
this
on this podcast has been you two, so it sounds like there's no guest this week, which sucks.
Tstaffor, you're not going to believe me. This is insanity. So I asked Tan if he wanted another guest this week, and my literal intention was to invite you because I've like been seeing you around, and he was like, no guest. And then later he's like, actually change of plans, guest. Someone came to me, and I think it would be a good idea, and it was you. And I was like, what the fuck?
You gotta be more proactive like me. No, you gotta be guests.
Oh my god.
Like I did.
Yeah, very proactive Tanhoney. You definitely like invited me on and got me on here.
Tanhoney has literally never gotten a guest of his own volition, to my knowledge. Yeah, like I thought he did once, and I was like, I'm so proud of you. And then they were like, actually, no, I talked to him. And I was like,
I'm not
actually, no,
I'm not some kind of beggar.
I don't think I've ever begged anyone. I should start begging really popular YouTubers to have us on. Should be like, please, just a crumb of clout.
Oh, one other thing about popular YouTubers, Dodger Sumerian, like the Foods Court, gave a upvote.
Nice. Based.
Nice.
Well, hoping this gets to 80 million views then. Passwords red light, green light. That was all from Adokshij B. We kind of had like an interlude in the middle of that comment. A bush from the island of...
And get ourselves some snacks.
Is that a little British tune you were singing?
No, it's American, you whelp.
Whelp. I like that word. A bush from the island of Borneo says password green light red. Oh shit, he's a week ahead.
What? A week ahead.
Holy fuck!
Fucking Joseph Joe Stardust.
Since I survived the previous episode because of my plot armor, I'm wondering who's the main character on this show. Is it DJ Cactus, Tanhoney, Darnell, or is it the guests?
I like how you imply DJ Cactus is not a guest.
Yeah, DJ Cactus is just one of the main people on the show.
He kind of is. He's been on way too many times.
He's like the Kramer.
More than a guest, less than a co-host, is what I would say. He's like got a special place in the DSCP chain. Shame you didn't enjoy 5001, Darnell, but I understand. However, my Tommy gun don't. I will say, I think 5001, retrospectively looking back on it, is a better article than I gave it credit for. I just really don't think it fits the podcast format of reading aloud. I think it's much better, like, read in your head on your own time.
Yeah, like, scanning it, like, if you know what certain reality anchors are, you don't have to, like, fully read through their descriptions.
But, like, trying to read out every timestamp and every little thing, I think, made me more frustrated with it than I think I should have been. I still don't take back my comment, though, that I think the 5000 that does exist deserve to win over, but I think it's a better SCP than I gave it credit for last week. And I'm not just saying that to appease people. I really do feel that after going back. Sometimes I'll reread after we do them on the podcast, just to see, like, what it's like to read it in my head. So, apologies, Yasi. I'm so sorry. As for recommendations, you should read 5657 Nikki Knows. It's on the longer side. No.
Nikki Knows is so good.
It's on the longer side, he says.
I fully endorse that, too. That's like like the best Series 6 article in my mind.
All right. It's on the longer side, but has an amazing narrative. Or SCP-5495, The Ghazni Incident. Isn't as long, but has a cool format with its footnotes. I will say this in regard to the footnote one. I mean, obviously, Tan ultimately decides. I don't know exactly the context, but generally, I found any SCP that's got a fucky format really doesn't work in the read-aloud format well. Like, we had to do 2521 on a stream, but, like, outside that, too, I don't know. It feels weird, you know what I mean?
I mean, some of them work, like the one that used to be a library.
Yeah, that one was neat. Lan says, another banger thumbnail. Props to Hamiltoe. Indeed, that was a good thumbnail, Hamiltoe. For this thumbnail...
Hey, Hamiltoe. Can I talk to Hamiltoe here?
No.
Absolutely. Speaking to the void, there'll be an answer.
I decide this thumbnail. She won't be taking that from me.
Say what you need to. Hamiltoe will decide who to listen to.
No, he won't.
Quickly, I'll hold Darnell back. Speak.
What are you doing, Tyr?
Make me ghost. Make me dead.
Oh, that was what I was going to tell him to do anyway. I was going to tell him to like draw us running away from a Tstaffor ghost.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, techno sci-fi language doesn't make for great audio adaptation. Yeah, basically that, Lan. Pretty cool skip, though.
Oh my god, Tanhoney's Scooby-Doo hybrid.
Do you want to be Scooby?
Yeah.
I'll be Shaggy then. Another bit. P.S. A great article from the 5K contest is 5003, Powerless by Captain Kirby. Much more character-oriented than 5001. I think you'd both enjoy. Maybe. I still want to read 6000. We need to get through that so we can read Series 7 articles without guilt.
Okay.
War Eagle 21 says, Finally, we are back to some classic SCP lore. 2 things I want to share. 1, 5001 has an awesome build-up to the action sequences of Containment Breach, and a good reveal at the end. However, I still maintain the opinion that 5000, won the 5K contest because it had the most compelling question at the moment of writing. What would our world look like if the Foundation declared war on humanity?
This guy's got good
I'll
taste.
wage war! You know that song?
Just do another bit of it.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
More. Yeah?
Controversial opinion, I think. Pretty controversial. But I think actually 5000 should have won the 5000 contest.
Actually,
really
controversial opinion, but I think it shouldn't have because there was no nutritional chart, so I wasn't really sure what the
There was,
suit
but you just didn't see it. It was there in the lore.
It's in the background
if you look
lore.
at the page source, you'll find a nutritional chart.
The
That's
art
like
book.
the hidden message.
When it comes to human levels, it is my understanding that this is like what the other guy said. Red light, green light. You were all good people. Admirable work powering through that cold, Tanhoney.
Thank you.
See, this is how I know this guy has never watched Aetheral Space, because I somehow spontaneously get sick like every other episode we record. Aetheral Space.
Yeah, Tanhoney's so strong, powering through a cold. He should be
This is fucked up.
given a medal.
You know, I have a little bit of it still now, so I've sort of powered through it again. So,
oh my god!
So brave. Tanhoney is so
in the
brave.
comments, if you could thank me for my service, I'd appreciate that.
Brandon Hamilton says, "Please, everyone, we can leave if the majority vote decides to end the game."
I will honour this in the next comment section. If you want to vote whether or not to continue the password scheme, we will count them.
Yeah.
Okay, the
here's how you vote.
The password for this week is not actually green light, red light. It's I vote yes to continue the password scheme.
No. Here's what's going to happen. You have to
we will
put
not tolerate anything that interferes with this democratic process.
You will put an O in the comments, like separately. If you want to continue, you will put an X if you do not wish to, and we will count the majority.
And then I'll decide which one to honour.
Before you vote, though, just remember how much money this game is worth. I click and several dollars rain out.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I've got. I'm broke. Quaker Button0128 says grandmother's footsteps. I'm not sure what the context
it's like a kid's
is
game.
for that.
I think it's like red light, green light with I of a name. So
Grandmother's
it's cute, but
footsteps.
unfortunately it's not the password. Die.
Monarch says, for me, what I like so much about Sacrosanct is the constant sense of escalation. The further you read, the more things get fucked. Even if I didn't like the article, still has an awesome name. Anyways, my one recommendation is Rounder House's 001 proposal. Oh, we haven't done 001s in a while. Password, red light, green light. Give me the wand. Okay. You get it. Yeah, no one in Squid Game ever just said, give me the money. They would have done it.
As soon as you found out about Rule 4, here you go.
Thought Experiments and other stuff says, ow, yeah! Q for Tan. What's your opinion on the Exploring series?
I love the videos.
Smile. Yeah, he loves them so much he stole our channel name. Smile.
We stole it from them, but...
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
We love them so much we stole their channel name. Gyare. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I genuinely am having trouble. Please forgive me. Guare Fernandez Emil says, password red light, green light. I spent the last 2 weeks binging your videos, and I love them. My SCP's recommendations are 3844 to slay a dragon, 3017 person of interest, and 3004 Imago. I would also like to know some ways to make a better article out of a general idea, because while I can easily do the containment procedures and the description, when it comes to writing more than that to, have an actual narrative going on, I struggle a lot. Should I ask this in the Discord? Yes, I would also recommend to you the SCPD Discord. They have a writing help thing. We have a writing help thing.
I would say, just from here as well, to give you some advice, a good way to think about it is, think of your containment procedures and your description maybe as the writing prompt for the story, and go from there. It's about, what happens around this object you've told us about. Now we know how it all works, we can follow the rules of it, and you can tell that story about the events surrounding it, with us understanding what's going on with it.
Another big thing of this comes from a lot of people with SCPs think of what the thing is first before they think of the narrative, which is understandable because the format of SCP kind of lends itself to what's the anomaly. But I feel like it helps to try and start off, or anytime you think of any storylines, write them down, and things that you think you can extrapolate upon ideas as you have them for the actual, because you'll probably come up with a dozen anomaly ideas a week. But having a really good story to tell with them can be really helpful, or at least lead you in the right direction to something you want to tell instead, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And then lastly, from AnAnomalousWriter, we've reached the 5001 arc at last. Password, red light, green light. Yeah, Anomalous got shot off camera last week, so he didn't die. Smile. Surprise.
He was behind it.
Yeah, he was the host of the games. I mean, he is our editor, so in a way, he's the host of the games. But yeah, I think that'll be it. Thank you so much for coming on, Tstaffor. Any final words before we exercise you with this priest we had on hand?
It was nice feeling the taste of being alive again.
Okay, stop.
Also, to hold myself to this... What?
Start the exorcism.
I want to mention this just to hold myself to it to make sure I actually write it, but I'm writing a Gombe Chimpanzee War SCP. I need to say that on the podcast, so now I'm forced to write it and finish it.
If you actually finish it, and post it, we will read it.
One monkey hands another some marbles, we are Gombe, aren't we?
Its working title is the Site 97 Chimpanzee War.
Absolutely. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to it.
I hope Satan makes a guest star. The ape
why
Satan.
Was the monkey? I don't understand why the monkey was named Satan.
Because he was so evil, dude. He carved out other monkeys' skulls.
How did they know, though? But beforehand they knew he was evil?
Think about it. Do you think they just named them for no reason? They witnessed the war, and that's why they started observing and naming them.
Right, I thought he was already named Satan. I thought that was
no. Why would they just be naming random?
Do you think they found him in a raft with in a baby basket with a piece of paper that said Satan on it?
Satan scribbled on it.
Yeah, the chosen
it's like fucking Speedwine looks at me I can tell this monkey was evil since the day it was born.
yeah. Like the menacing JoJo flashback.
He's got 3 moles on his ear. He has the devil's own look.
Smashes a candelabra. Oh my god! All right, bye.
Yeah, we just immediately jump back into discussion of the Gombe Chimpanzee War as if it's not. It's been seconds.
Has it been a year? There's no way it's been a year.
I can't go back to the underworld, please. I beg of you, don't say bye. That's not good. Please.
I can't end the episode until I know how long ago Gombe Chimpanzee War was.
I have one last thing to say to you.
What?
Die.
No. Oh my god, the Gombe Chimpanzee War was 6 months ago.
It was only 6 months ago?
Only?
It
feels like yesterday. Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Alright, back to hell with you. Bye!
Bye!
No, I can't go back, please, no!